Normally when I do my own makeup, it usually takes approximately from 20 minutes. I can do a makeup look as quick as 10 minutes, but now it majorly depends on what I'm going for. Mostly because I'm not usually doing like a full face, it takes 20 minutes. But then when I'm doing a full face, it usually takes approximately like 30 minutes to 1 hour. If I'm doing a creative look on myself, it may take from 1 hour going forward. Yeah, so it mostly depends with the look that I'm going for at the time. So normally, like on a normal day in my life, when I'm like just like having a casual day working generally, I may not like wear makeup, although you see my work revolves around makeup. So anytime I'm shooting content, anytime I'm like getting in front of the camera, so that could be like maybe, for example, 4 times a week when I'm like when I like have to make content that I have to wear makeup. But then generally when I'm like just doing client work every day kawaida, you know, errands, I'm not wearing any makeup. Or if I have to wear makeup, I keep it simple. But if I have to go on camera, I do what is required. So I mostly do it on myself most of the time, because like, you know, it's just like do it on myself, on the go as I run my errands. But mara mingi when someone else happens to do my makeup, it's mostly because at the time I'm working as a model, not as a makeup artist for that specific job. So ni mimi ndio niko kwa kiti, as opposed to like, you know, me being the one doing the makeup. So it happens like that. So generally I can say makeup is like a gold mine to me. It's like a quarry because generally that's where like I derive my daily bread as of now. Although, like, you know, in terms of like, you know, now image, makeup to me is like wearing a nice outfit. Like, it just makes me feel better with makeup, and I'm already like outside doing my thing, as opposed to like without makeup. So it's like wearing a nice outfit. So if I have to leave the house and I must have something on my face, because generally si lazima nikuwe na anything apart from like moisturizer. So if I must have something on my face, that has to be mascara or powder.
Dennis Karuri is more than just a pretty face. He's a money-making machine and a makeup artist to the stars. Also a man who is not afraid of being unconventional and being very unapologetic about it. Dennis, there's a lot to unpack here, man. Let's start. I met you 4 years ago. Do you remember that?
Yes, I remember.
Yes, you were in Nairobi, the building, I&M building?
Yes, I was at I&M at the time.
Congratulations. I see a lot of change. I mean, it's a big studio right now and you're doing very well.
Thank you.
I met you like 4 years ago, and today, how would you say the transition has been for all those years?
So 4 years ago at the time, I had just started, you know, like venturing out and having a place of my own in terms of now studio, like location for business. So I can say that was like the beginning of now. Yeah.
To get here.
Yeah.
So how long, if I ask you, how long have you been having this particular space that we are in right now? When did you come here and how has it been for you? What were the challenges for
I came here approximately 1 year ago. So I've spent here 1 year. Before I was here, I was at the Mirage Westlands, and so I can say that over time, because the reason why I moved primarily was because there was a road that was being constructed. So the road brought a lot of traffic and challenges that directly affected my business. So that's why I decided to come on this side. So this side, things are better, and you know, it's more accessible. And I think it's also like a prime location.
You are a man who's actually doing makeup. Before you actually talk about the industry itself, you are doing makeup. Are men allowed to do makeup? First, clear that for a lot of people who want to understand.
Yeah, for real, genuinely, makeup has no size. Makeup has no gender. Makeup is just, it's like water, okay? Makeup does not have, like, it just goes with the flow. So I think the same way image is with everyone. You see, like a man or a woman, both of them have image. So makeup has no limitations. A man or a woman can wear makeup and it is valid.
Dennis, are you able to walk down the streets of Nairobi dressed like this?
I have.
You have done that?
Yeah.
What are the reactions? What do people say? I mean, I can imagine.
When I'm looking like this,
yes.
I literally get zero, like it's just like, you know, the normal, because I look like a lady, like completely, have like, apart from like the boobs.
Yes. Clear.
But yeah. But you see, like when I'm like this, I look like a lady. So as long as I'm quiet and I'm not like talking out loud, you know, shouting, so that people, like if I shout, people will definitely tell that
what's going on.
So when I'm like this, it's just like polite, chill vibes, or maybe it's a night out.
You want to tell us about your family, probably? Your mom, your dad, or your family?
Yeah, for sure. I have 6 siblings in total, so four girls, 2 guys, 2 dudes, and I lost my mom a couple of years ago, so now I have my dad. I have a stepmom. Yeah, and you know, just living life.
And what does you know, Dennis's family say about Dennis?
Yeah,
what do they say about
my family, to be honest, they've been over time, they've been very supportive, to be honest. They have never even like sat me down, asked me those questions that I'm sometimes asked by people, and they never bring up any uncomfortable topics.
As long as your bills are paid.
Yeah, I feel like they just respect. They just respect who I am, and they also respect who they are. So they wouldn't want to also like come off as, you know, as people who do not see you for you.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
You, in previous interviews, you've talked about having pursued a particular degree. I don't know, remind me, you told me that actually when I met you. Did you clear that degree? And it was a very weird degree, you know, given who you were.
Yeah.
What was the transition from, you know, being a student to doing that?
So I did a degree in agriculture, agribusiness economics. Yeah.
You graduated?
I finished everything. The paper is there. Yeah, everything. Wow. I did everything. But you see, like the graduation ceremony was like almost, you know, why should I celebrate? I didn't feel the need to celebrate that because I knew this is not what I'm doing right now.
Why did
but
you
it
do
was
it?
Why
did you do that?
I had to do it because I was young back then.
Were you passionate about it, or your parents pushed you?
My dad is doing agriculture, so by default, it was family pressure. But I you know, I'm an animal lover. I love those vibes of agriculture.
Oh, okay, all right.
Yeah, so I think I was down for it either way.
So you graduate, and then at what point do you realize I do not want this degree anymore in my life?
No, I started doing makeup when I was in school.
Okay.
Yeah, so 2 years into campus, I had already entered the entertainment world as a model. Then like a year later, I now started doing makeup.
Okay. So at what point would you say you got your big break as a makeup artist?
I'd say.
At what point would you say now things really looked up for you? What year, what stage of that?
Yeah, I think it's in 2019, because that's when I decided to just, you know, focus on what I want as opposed to what I found and what people deemed to be the right thing to do. Yeah. So 2019, I just said, you know,
got a big break.
Yeah.
Before you got your big break, had you worked with any particular big star?
Yes, I'd already worked with celebrities.
You want to mention a couple of them?
Yeah, but then I'd already worked with very big entertainers like Pierre McKenna, actors like Sarah Hassan. Then in 2019, now my clientele now started growing because I became more exposed. Yeah.
To a lot of people, and to a lot of things.
Yeah.
And have you significantly increased your rate card? I would assume. I don't know how much you're charging. When I met you the last time, is it significantly high or just a little high? I mean,
I can say
you must have. I mean, I can say.
It's changed. It's significant because where I am right now, there are clients from back then who think that now I've like, you know,
you have the old charges.
Now you see, like they assume that the old charges don't apply anymore. Of course, some of the old charges cannot apply right now. But now that I'm here, I can say that, you know, I've grown also in terms of also like my rate card. And also now I have now the makeup rate card and now the influencing rate card, because now, you know, I also do marketing. Yes, I'm doing two things, yeah.
I've watched a lot of male makeup artists like you. Allow me to ask this. Must they always have a feminine trait?
No.
Can you just be a male makeup artist and you have, you know, the male vibe? Through?
I know so many.
Why always do I see a lot of, you know, that feminine vibe in a lot of makeup
It's because it's what, you know, catches the eye for most people. But I can say there are so many makeup artists who are male and present in a very masculine vibe. They don't even do makeup on themselves. Like, you know, I've never seen them in makeup. So many.
And a lot of women right now, I read somewhere you actually say that a lot of women prefer male makeup artists over female. And you guys are taking over the industry. Why are you guys taking over the industry?
I don't know. I think for us it's because we also have the masculine side. You know, like you can see a lady and visualize how best they'd look in terms of you now as the seer or like the one visualizing. So you're able to give out what, like, you know, you can give out, you can bring it out.
You've worked with a lot of stars in this industry for quite a long while. And I'm going to ask you the next question about the worst experience you had, and you talked about it some time back. But I want you to tell me the best experience you had, and you can actually mention names.
I've had really good experiences with clients who have been really humble, and you know, some of them are not even celebrities. You don't even know about them, most of you people. But like also for celebrities, I've had such humble experiences with people like Tanasha. Tanasha is very humble. Like, she's super humble despite her status, and at the time she was also going through a lot. So you can imagine, she was quite humble, and so many others.
Amazing people you've worked with.
Amazing people.
Let's circle back to a controversy that you got yourself involved in. I'm gonna mention her name.
Okay.
Akothee. How did you mend the relationship between you and Akothee? Are you guys able to talk anymore? You said she was the worst person you ever worked with. And I want you to actually stick by what you said. There was dispute, of course, because of what I said, and you know, and in the long run, like moving on, I realized that it might have not been the best thing to do, because, you know, there's that professionalism and client and, you know, client and service provider relationship that is usually there. But sometimes, to be honest, when something is the truth, it is the truth. It is the truth,
So
there was a lot of backlash. She went online, she bashed you. Are you guys, do you see eye to eye? Do you talk? Do you ever?
No, I don't.
Do you ever see yourself working with her anymore? I don't know.
I don't know what's in place for the future. But to be honest, I am an all positive, rounded person. I really like whenever we are in the same room, I won't feel like you know, feeling bad that I have to say hi to her or some bitterness. No, in fact, I will go say hi to her.
So you're basically saying you're open to working with her?
Yes, I'm open to working with her, to be honest. Yes, to be honest.
Given the ugly past?
Given the ugly past. But of course, if the past repeats itself,
then it's a wrap.
Then it's a wrap, of course.
Okay. You have, of course, made a lot of strides in the industry right now. I don't know whether you're comfortable with this, but how much would you say you've been paid? What is the amount of money that is the highest you've ever been paid for a single, you know, gig?
I've been paid the highest I've been paid for a single gig, which is like a few hours. I've been paid some amount of money. I don't know. I'm not comfortable saying it.
Okay. But it's in the six figures. We are talking six figures.
Yeah, we're talking six figures.
Most probably, right?
Yeah, most probably. And most of them actually, they involve brands that are more of like global, like international brands. So most of them, they usually just ask for content that is exclusive. For the biggest I've done, they ask for exclusive content that is only going to be posted in their channels, in their accounts, and or even maybe in billboards in their region.
Amazing. Interesting thing is, I never saw you at the Fenty Lounge.
Yeah.
Why didn't they invite you? I mean, they should have invited you.
They did.
If you ask me. Oh, they did?
Yeah, they did.
Why didn't you go?
They sent me the package. They sent me the PR invitation. But I at the time, I was directly affiliated to their competitor brand. So I knew. Oh, sorry about that. So I was directly affiliated to a competitor brand, and according to our terms of agreement, you know, like
there is no way you could promote.
Yeah, I could not promote
the other side.
The other side. Okay. Yeah. So
well, you saw what Kenyan said about the Fenty Lounge. You saw you know how they dressed, how they looked.
Yeah.
You want to comment about that? What did you think about our our influencers?
Well, what I thought was the problem is the lack of strategy. There was no strategy. I feel like when a brand is trying to get into a new market, the strategy has to be on point.
Who do you look up to, when it comes to this business locally and internationally? Who actually have you worked with locally that you're very impressed with?
So in the makeup industry, there's also like different parts to it. There's the artistry bit, there's the business part of it, whereby you can be a stocker, so you stock and retail and wholesale, maybe distribute. There's the content part of it, there's also the manufacturing part of it. So when it comes to now my business is mostly artistry, and now artistry, content, and also the business part of it. I've not really gone into the manufacturing bit. So locally, I can say in terms of artistry, the makeup artists I look up to, and like I've worked with, most of them are not even known. Like they are not like I can imagine, they're not like famous. Yes. Maybe in the mainstream, but they are known in the entertainment world. So one of them is called Valerie and Daisy. We worked with her just recently for some work that's supposed to come up, and Modon in Joba. Okay. Yeah. Internationally, I look up to Jeffree Star, because Jeffree Star has butchered the content. Also the manufacturing, he manufactures his own products, so he's also into business, and also now artist. You of course are a brand. I believe there are people under you that you've employed, or people that you train and school. How many people have you employed? How many people are in your school of makeup? I have employed approximately so the ones who come often, the ones who are like always here with me, the regular employees are like 5, 6. Then our wengine ni makeup artists. So makeup artists, there's no like specific number, because there could be a work that demands a lot of manpower from makeup artists. So I have as many makeup artists as possible at my disposal, who are previously my students, and others who I've worked with over time. And have you ever done a shoddy job? Be honest. Myself. Have you ever done a job and you're like, I'm not very proud of what I did on this particular phase of this particular gig? You have to be honest. Yeah. To be honest, for me, something you're never very proud of. I have, but mostly is because it's not like I showed up and I did a shoddy job. It's now me failing to show up, because that was the shoddy job. You've been paid and you never. No, I was not paid, but I've been booked, and I failed to show up at my booking. So that is the shoddy work that I did. I've seen somewhere online people say you are some sort of a diva. I am a no. Are you a diva? You want to tell us? I mean, no. Like, are you approachable? Can we talk to you? Yeah, I am very much approachable. Genuinely, I am. I'm sure you've been asked that before. Yeah, probably. Yeah, I have, and that's the mentality that's out there. But people who know me, they know that I am easy. I am very quirky. Niko na mchezo mingi, and I am very approachable, generally. But the image that I give is mostly like, that resting, I'm good, that resting beef. Yeah, yes. Okay. Yeah. What would you say is your most expensive item, and how much is it? If you're comfortable revealing that. Yeah. Actually, my most expensive item, I didn't even get it for myself. Okay. Yeah, it was a gift. And it was actually a PR gift. Okay. Yeah, and they sent me the package and the amount. It was for that small jewelry. It's actually a pair of earrings. They cost like around 400k.
Wow.
Yeah, 400k.
Really? Wow.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Yeah, and I was just I'm
sure you don't wear them often. I mean,
no, ever since then because kuna time someone tried stealing them.
This is Nairobi. This is Nairobi. You get robbed very fast. You know Kikuyu?
Yeah, part of it.
Sign out in Kikuyu.
That's a mess. Where are father?
Just try to tell your fans anything, your followers in Instagram, anything in Kikuyu. You really have to do this.
Yeah. How Twakinya Degan Radio. Near the Hahana Kafuga. And on the Citizen Digital. See you next time.